Welcome to Keep It Coming podcast,
The second happiest place on earth.
where all your dreams come true.
Come inside.
Hi, Shayan.
Hi, Anthony.
How are you?
Good.
This episode is filmed in front of a live studio audience. It is our very first long-form episode, and it's taken us blood, sweat, and tears to get here.
A lot of tears.
So, anyhow, so tell me, what's going on?
Nothing.
She's probably being a little slut like she is every weekend.
I went to Joshua Tree for Jesse's birthday.
I hate Jesse.
I love him.
And then I saw the Strangers movie this week, which was, I don't know, have you seen it? You don't watch movies. Why don't you ever
I
like
watch
to go
movies.
to
I don't go to the
You don't go
movies.
to them. Why don't you like going to the movies?
I'm narcoleptic, you know this.
Yeah.
The last movie that I saw in a theater, other than Joey Rogoff's short film, was the very first Avatar movie, actually.
And you fell asleep during the theater?
It was actually in IMAX 3D, so you couldn't really fall asleep. But that's the only reason I even went there. Because before that, I just fall asleep. I literally just fall asleep.
That's actually, when I was watching this movie, because it's about two people who are trying to like run away from these people in masks that are trying to kill them. The whole time I was thinking, if I was in this situation, if a killer was trying to kill me, they would wait until I fell asleep.
What kind of a dumb response is that? Honest to God. You're going to sit there and pass out? No, bitch.
Because I'm like kind of narcoleptic too. There's just at some point in the night, I pass the fuck out. And yeah, but if I hear a sound or anything, like I will get the fuck out of there. I will run away. But
Yeah.
would you like stick around and fight or like what? What would you
for
do?
sure. I mean,
Yeah.
So Cheyenne's a flight person.
Yes, I am a flight person. That's why it would be, if I was in the movie, it'd be the shortest movie ever. Because I'd hear one sound and I'd be like, gone. But you would stick around and you would actually like duke it out.
I wouldn't run at all. I'd probably just like stab someone in the face or some shit.
Yeah, yesterday Cheyenne had asked me, she was like, what was the question you asked me? You said,
With what?
got us into the topic of fight or flight.
Oh, yeah. Like, were you always like, how did you get this way?
No,
Like,
you had asked me, you said, if someone was to kill me,
oh, yeah.
what would be my weakness or something like that?
Like if
And
someone
I
was
was
trying to
like,
kill you.
who the fuck thinks of this shit? Honestly,
That's where my brain goes.
I literally look at her and I was like, I have no idea. Like, who would think of this?
You don't think about that?
Literally, like,
Who the fuck thinks about that? Like, literally, who thinks about this shit? Like, why would you sit there and be thinking about like, if someone was to kill me, what would be my weakness? Like, would it just be falling asleep while running? Like, I literally threw me for a loop. I'm like, who the fuck would ask these questions?
Why would I think of things like that? I mean, I think I'm a little bit of a scaredy cat. So I just think like my initial reaction is to just like get the fuck out of there and run away. But I think of this stuff because obviously trauma.
jumping into a pile of needles with like AIDS or something on it. I don't even know. Like,
Yeah.
what would be the worst case way to die? I have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
But that's
I feel like there are so many easy ways that I would kill you. Like if I was gonna, how would you kill me?
If you wanted to kill me, I would say probably a hot emo boy, an Amex black card, like with a booby trap, or you can run me over with a Bugatti.
How would I?
What would you know my weaknesses? Besides, if you didn't know the narcolepsy thing, like keeping me up all night, like how would you like if you were a killer trying to catch me? What do you know my weakness would be?
I would just have you run into a barn with a horse, and then the horse would be hard, and then you'd try to jump on top of it because you're a dirty whore. And then you just,
I don't even remember saying that. Holy shit.
I've never touched an animal before. So what is that called again? Where you like fuck animals? Bestiality. There's no bestiality going on in Cheyenne's world.
die by being impaled by a horse. I don't know.
No. Okay,
Right?
for
Or
people
no?
watching, I've never fucked a horse. That's wild. People are gonna think what is that?
Could have fooled me. I've seen, there's a few people I know that could qualify.
Like guys I've dated in the past. Yeah, I do like tall men, but not horses, not animals. That's really fucked up. People already think we are very unhinged when they're watching our stuff. They're like, oh, stuff like that you don't share online.
True.
I feel like after this podcast, people are gonna put us on like a suspicious person watch.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Suicide watch for me. Jesus Christ.
I need to like buy him something nice or something. Maybe I could make him happier again. Suicide Watch is so sad.
Oh my god.
You guys have no idea how hard it's been to film this episode. I can't even tell you. I wish the cameras were rolling behind the scenes for all this crap. You guys would be like, Jesus Christ, they probably hate each other instead of being best friends.
No, it's
But
fine.
anyhow, this episode is going to be about our childhood and kind of take you guys back. And we talked about doing something on chapters and mixing it up with podcasts. It's something that's something that people don't typically do. So this will be chapter 1, Shayan and I's childhood. So
Yeah, oof.
how was your
Definitely gonna
childhood?
need a drink for that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We got right into it, that's a pretty tough topic to just like rip the Band-Aid off and get into.
And I think, we'll throw some pictures of us up as children, right?
I think we do.
There's
we do have
Shayan.
some. Yeah. Okay, so should we address the elephant in the room?
That there are two boys in these pictures.
Yeah.
I just want to know where the unibrow came from,
Oh,
or where the unibrow went.
Oh, well, okay. I'm Persian.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so, Persians were naturally very hairy. Thank you
I
for...
shave her back on Fridays.
You never shave my back.
That he never shaved my back. I don't have back hair. I never had back hair. I never grew back hair. Let's just get that out there that I do not have back hair.
Laser hair removal Pro Lace has saved me because if I didn't do laser, it would be like, oof. If I went to wipe, it would have been like trying to get peanut butter out of a shag rug.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it would have been pretty wild. But thank you for laser.
Our live studio audience is disgusted over there.
Our one studio audience member, Alec, which thank you for being a sport. Everyone else that we invited got drunk and fucked up.
Yeah, they're still stuck in WeHo or some shit.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, so how was your relationship with your family growing up?
Oh shit, we're going into that. We're
We're getting
diving really deep.
Mhm.
Oh damn. Okay. Well, I guess let's start. Right. I'm Persian, so I grew up in the middle of the Bible.
Shayan
Belt.
saying is there ain't no other version.
Yeah. Once you go Persian. So I grew up in Dallas, Texas, which is smack dab in the middle of the Bible Belt, in a very conservative Persian family.
Mhm.
For people who are watching, I am
Transvestite.
Transvestite.
I don't know if I should say transvestite, tranny, transgender, what day of the week it is, but she's one of them.
Yes, I was born a boy. God damn it.
What's it called?
I'm a
Oh, we need to talk about that too. What's the difference between?
Oh,
Wait, no. What is the difference between transvestite and
Transvestite is,
transsexual?
I think, like a cross-dresser,
Oh,
Yeah.
I had no idea.
and then transsexual.
Isn't there's a
is
movie
like the-
about that, right?
Rocky
Rocky
Horror
Horror Picture Show.
I'm just a sweet
Yeah, I love that.
transvestite.
That was great. That was
Yeah.
wild because that came out in like the 80s and there were people dressed up like.
I think even before that. I don't even know.
Ooh,
But it's
yeah.
it's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
sorry to
transvestite is like
go
a
on.
cross-dresser.
Yeah, transvestite is a cross-dresser. Transsexual is me, and then transgender is someone that I think fully transitioned.
There's so many different words. I prefer transsexual, but that's So.
Tranny is bad. We don't say tranny.
I understand. She has boobs. And they're real. So therefore, she is a transgender. Gender. I'm gonna get canceled for this shit.
Oh, he's going in on me?
That's why I'm trying to like.
Is he going in on me? Oh, okay. Well, let me let him have it.
I learned that yesterday.
I think it's a funny word. I like to put power in words that people use in a negative way,
Okay.
in my opinion. So I call my friends tranny all the time. I think it's like, when you use the word enough, it takes the power away when other people call you.
Unless they're tranny chasers. We don't like those.
No, we don't. Yeah. I mean, if someone out there wants to date a trans chaser, that's fine. I typically try to stay away from them because a lot of times I would feel like I'm not enough for them because they want to just,
Treating you like a fetish or something.
yeah, they just want to date every single trans girl. But I'm actually the first trans person you ever met.
This is true.
Mhm.
I was afraid of cross dressers, and trans people always kind of scared me too.
Right.
Yeah, because I was just like,
They scared me too.
probably like Sean Strickland and saying that there's got to be some kind of a mental disorder. And then I met Shayan and I realized that he's right.
What? Damn. Okay. No. But I changed your
It's like a
opinion.
menstrual disorder.
Menstrual disorder? No, I
No,
changed your.
You did
perspective.
actually. You know what I mean? I never, if fast rewind to 2016, I never would have thought that I would have met you in 2017, and here we are today.
Yeah.
Sorry to take you out of where we were,
No,
but
it's
back
fine,
to
yeah.
your childhood,
Well,
growing up
yeah,
in
I
Plano,
mean,
Texas.
so it was very strict growing up, and I guess I was really misunderstood. Like nobody understood me. We didn't know what trans was back then, and I knew at a very young age that like this is who I was, but I just didn't know that you could transition. What about like were you always? Did you always know when you were gay or like?
I absolutely hate this question because even today I still don't really consider myself gay because I still fuck women for OnlyFans content.
That man is gay as hell. I know he does not like women.
I think that some people could be born gay. I don't think I was one of them. I loved women growing up. Like
Yeah.
I always had girlfriends. I was the first one to do. I got suspended from the 5th grade for finger banging my girlfriend
Oh damn.
under the desk.
I really did get suspended in 5th grade. Her name was Amy Airberry. I fingered her under the desk and they suspended me the last 3 weeks of school.
Her name was, I'm gonna say her name, Amy Airberry, and hopefully she hits me up and be like, "That's me," because I haven't talked to her
Yeah.
since then.
Yeah.
And I would just, always girls, and then it wasn't until I was got into my 19-ish
Yeah.
that I really was like, okay, like
Started dabbling in
started
that.
jerking off with dudes or some shit.
Yeah. That's crazy because even myself, like when I transition, a lot of times people would think like I've had guys say before, like, "Oh, did you transition because you wanted to like date a straight guy? Is that why?" And
But I
I'm
think
like,
there are people who do that
no.
though.
Oh, really? You think so?
Yeah.
For me, it wasn't that case because I also dated girls growing up.
Yeah,
and
I've talked to people
I
who
was in love with
literally
them.
been friends with trans girls who specifically said like they transitioned to like meet hot guys. Like the same thing with gays. I honestly feel like not everyone's born gay. Blah blah blah. People.
Yeah,
They could be,
there's some people they feel like they don't amount enough as a gay man, so they're like, oh fuck it, let me just like transition and stuff. But I feel like those are usually the ones that regret it and detransition later on.
What's interesting is I actually had people ask that do a lot of trans girls have really small penises because they feel inadequate, which would cause them to transition too, which is interesting.
Why does everyone want to know how big our dicks are?
And but then after knowing you, I met some girl with some big ass dicks. So
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, like that definitely
Yeah.
can't be it.
I think for me it wasn't like a thing. It just I always just thought that's what I was. I always just thought I was a girl. It wasn't until going into school and they would be like, girls sit over here, boys sit over there. And I'd be like, wait, I want to sit over there. And they're like, no, you have to sit over there. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm a fucking boy. I'm pissed. Like, what the hell? And
God damn it, I gotta shave my back hair now.
there's no back hair. No. So
wait,
yeah.
Were you bullied in school then?
Oh, so bad. It was so bad that even the teachers were involved in it.
Oh
Yeah.
shoot.
Even the teachers would make fun of me.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible. And I'm actually surprised, this might sound really crazy, I wasn't a school shooter because I would like sit and like think about
Jesus.
ways.
I just had a lot of anger.
I was bullied so bad, Anthony. Like
Damn.
people would every single day I would get bruises. There was this guy that sat next to me and he would always like dead leg me and just call me a faggot, whatever it was, all the time, constantly. But yeah, but that's kind of where I became a little bit of a fighter because I remember my mom told me, she said, just beat them up. She was like, I'll have your back, but you're going to like teach them not to fuck with you. And I was like, okay.
So did
So
you ever do it?
Yeah, I
Got into some
literally,
fights?
yeah, there's guy, Chris Gergens in the 8th grade. He would always dead leg me.
Gergens, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he
What's
was
your
he was
favorite?
like held back like 3 years. He was disgusting. Sat next
know what
to
a
me.
Gergen
Piece of
is?
shit. No.
Like you jerk off a Gergen.
Probably would have done the same thing.
Jerking that gherkin.
Bullies are hot.
Oh,
It's
well,
like
that was his last name.
That's why.
Oh, damn. Well, yeah, he's a piece of
Is
shit.
it Gergen or Gherkin? Jerkin?
Jerkin the
your gherkin. It might be
Gherkin.
with the K.
No, yeah, Chris Gergens, and he was a fucking piece of shit. So when he wasn't looking, I took the textbook and just slammed him across the head, and yeah.
How old are you in
And then
this?
after that, no, 8th grade. So I don't
8th
know.
grade. Okay.
So no one fucked with me after that. But I also did everything I could to fit in. Like I played football. Did you play football?
I played flag football when I was young.
This is how I knew Anthony, because sometimes people don't know that Anthony is gay. Like people think he's straight. There are 2 ways I know Anthony is gay. Number 1, ask him to throw a football. It's really gay. He does like a, that's how he throws his footballs. And then he's obsessed with Taylor Swift. Like I've never met a bigger Swiftie fan than him. So it's pretty gay. I can actually throw a football. Like,
Bag football?
Yeah, pretty much.
What position did you play?
I have no idea. I was like
No?
7 years old.
I was starting defensive tackle B team. It was
I thought you
me.
were like a nose guard or something like that.
That was when I did offense.
Got it.
Yeah, so
I
offensive.
like put that in my notes. I was like,
Yeah,
ask
offensive
Shayan about
nose
being a
guard,
nose
which is
guard.
the right of the center. And then when I was in the 8th grade, I was defensive tackle with another girl that was on the team, and her name was Courtney Vidal-Ogden.
Nice.
So yeah, and then
Okay.
I joined theater. Did you do any other like extracurricular activities, or you just?
We had to play sports at all times.
Yeah?
Baseball, soccer, and water polo.
What was your favorite sport you played?
Probably water polo.
Yeah.
Yeah, for obvious
Okay.
reasons.
Yeah. Oh.
Like I didn't know what that. I mean, you're in speedos. What do you mean what?
Oh. Yeah.
I didn't realize at the time. I was like, oh, that's cool. He's got a good body. You know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
realizing like, oh shit.
Did you ever like dabble around when you were like
No, not
younger?
really.
No.
No.
It wasn't until later in life that you
Yeah.
had your yeah.
Yeah.
But you had a girlfriend though.
I had a lot of girlfriends.
Did
yeah.
I meet? Was Tanya the girl that I met at?
Yeah.
Tanya was my beard. She was never actually my girlfriend, but I told everyone she was, including Shayan. So when she asked me this question right now, I didn't know how to respond. So
She was one of your girlfriends,
Mhm.
right? Yeah, she's so sweet. She's beautiful too. You had a good taste in girls.
Right. Love her. So, were you a good student?
Academically, no, because like I said, the teachers they were all in on making fun of me and hated me and would remind me every day that I was gonna amount to nothing. The only people who believed in me were my theater teachers, my art teachers. They thought I
Mhm.
was a genius, and that was the only time I ever felt like seen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, you were a theater fag.
Yeah, and that was why I quit football, because I had like a Troy Bolton High School Musical moment where I had to pick between football and theater, and I chose theater.
Right on.
But yeah,
Okay.
did you ever do theater? Did you ever act?
No.
You should do musical theater because
No.
Anthony actually has a really great voice. I tell him
No.
that all the time.
Never.
You do.
No, I was in the opposite spectrum. I would bully everybody.
You were bullying everyone.
Yeah.
Would you have like protected me from the bullies?
No.
well, damn. I would have protected him. I mean, that's so mean.
Why?
Because you were clearly a homosexual. I would probably throw water bottles at you from across the quad.
No, I was like past homosexual. I was just like, whoa. Like people would ask me all the time. They'd be like, "Are you a boy? Are you a girl? Like, what are you?" And then it wasn't until like I tried to fit in as much as I could. But
Were you fat or skinny?
I was like a little thick
Yeah,
I
we
always
were
had
friends.
low testosterone,
Oh,
so I had like kind of like a bitch body.
okay.
I had like even like
Like
a
soft.
kid. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it was weird. Like I was like shaped like womanly-ish.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, it was
Alright.
odd. It was actually doctors when they were younger and I was having all these thoughts. They were like, "Oh, it's because he has low testosterone. We should put him on testosterone to like you
Boosted
know,
up.
get these thoughts out of his head." And so so I was basically taking like steroids as a kid. And then that was when I got like a really good body, got hotter, and then the girls started liking me.
Yeah. I saw a few pictures of you and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Back with your contacts on.
Oh yeah, the blue
Um,
contacts. And it was like an Xbox.
So how'd you come out to the family?
Well, the first time or the second time, because I came
Oh
out
shit. Yeah.
twice.
True.
Yeah, I had 2 coming outs. First, when I was gay, or I thought I was gay,
Mhm.
because everyone was like, "You're gay, you're gay," and I'm like, "I'm not gay." I would see all the other gay guys in my class, and I'd be like, I'm not like that. Came out at an Olive Garden, and my mom kicked me out for 2 weeks. When did you
Damn.
come out as gay to your family?
I mean, I've never came out.
Never.
No.
It was just like unspoken. No one talked about it, or
How did he not come out to his mom, but yet he hosted his birthday at Mickey's and his mom was there? Mickey's is literally the gayest place on earth.
Yeah. No, I mean, I remember I told my brothers and I was like, actually, still didn't tell my brothers. I literally was like, yeah, I think I'm bi. And they were like, no, you're not. It's a phase.
yeah. And you're one out of how many?
7.
7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you have your sister who
is a lesbian.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Did she come out or no?
I don't know.
No. Okay.
I'm low-key impossible to talk to because everything she asks me, all I do is say yes or no, and I don't really elaborate. I'm kind of a pain in the ass, aren't I? Literally, oh my gosh, this sounds like a grinder conversation.
Just like later on in that, yeah. Yeah.
So the second time?
Well, the second time I came out was when I moved to LA, and then
Mhm.
I told my mom that I was trans.
Came out to her over unlimited breadsticks. Didn't even get to finish my fucking pasta.
And then I didn't speak to her for about 6 months, and then my dad, I didn't speak to him for about 8 years.
Mm.
Yeah, so it was very tough. My relationship with my father was very tough.
Daddy issues, which means I'm really good in bed.
A lot of emphasis was put on my sister because my sister has cerebral palsy, so she had a lot of focus on her,
Mm.
and I was just kind of like on my own at a very young age. So yeah,
Mm.
so it was a little strained. Definitely not.
She was on her own until she matched with her dad on Bumble.
I never matched with my dad on Bumble.
I swear she told me that she matched with her dad on Bumble once, and that's where this conversation came from on previous videos. I swear to God. So she denies it to this day, but I'm not crazy.
This narrative needs to stop. I never matched with my dad on Bumble. There's anything remotely related to my father. And then, I guess I said the daddy issues stuff, so I'm fucking myself over. No, I don't. I did not match with my dad on Bumble.
She told me one time.
I
The
never
story's changed.
did. No, I never matched with my dad on Bumble. I think what it was is no, I'm not even. I can't even say that. No.
What brought you out to LA?
So originally I was going to, well,
Dick, that's what brought her out to LA.
everyone was getting into college, and because I was struggling so much with bullying, I did not focus, and my academics were really bad. So it was either stay in Texas or get the fuck out. And I had a teacher that was a mentor of mine, and she told me, she said, you know, you need to just move out to LA. You need to find yourself, and that's where you're gonna find yourself. What about you?
Why did I move to LA?
Yeah.
Oh,
So you're originally from San Diego, right?
I was born down in San Diego, raised out in Ontario, California. I don't know if you know where that's at. It's like the Inland Empire.
Yeah.
And then after school, I just started working. I was an executive manager for Target, and then that brought me out to Glendale area, and
Yeah.
then started working at a gay bar when I was 20 years old.
How did you like?
Pause.
Jesus Christ, Saved by the Bell. The second my peripheral vision saw those pop-ups, I had to take a breather. I felt myself to a boiling point. I don't know why. I was like, to this point, I was just shutting down. I was getting frustrated, and I guess we're about to see what happens next.
Pause. I didn't even think about that. Fuck.
Oh, I was pissed. Look at my cheeks are flushed.
Oh shit, this is where it begins.
Oh man.
Well, I want to make it easy for you.
No, you're good. When I ask you, just know that I'm already lining up my response. So when you glaze over it, it definitely kind of takes the flow away a little bit. And I felt myself getting out of it. Now I'm like, okay, now we're in interview mode because now I'm just asking you all these questions.
But I was throwing back questions too.
The other ones, the first two you did,
Okay.
but the 1, 2, 3, those 3 at the top, you did not. And then, yeah. So it's just tough. You're good. I'm good. I'm glad we took a little bit break. As soon as I saw that pop up, I was like, cool. I just need to just chill a little bit because I felt my energy levels dropping when I wasn't getting the questions cut back. So.
Well, then should we just turn off the screen?
Huh?
Should we just turn off the screen because like?
No, because I definitely need those questions.
Okay.
Yeah, we need.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Just give me a second. No, it felt good. That's what I'm saying. It is hard when you just don't throw it back to me.
I thought I did throw it back to you.
Did you ask me when if I was bullied in school? No. Did you ask me was I a good student? No. Did you ask me
So
what my relationship was with my
so
family? when you
everything
grew
is
up?
gonna be like. Da-da-da,
Well, I
da-da-da,
mean,
da-da-da,
we talked
da-da-da.
about this. Right? Where I'm gonna ask you a question and then kind of turn it around somehow. You don't have to say what about you each time, but
I think it works this way.
if
Some better.
if anything, we could just do all these questions for you, and then I can just phrase at the end like, oh, I'm just kind of, I guess, answer all the questions.
Because I just think
in
like
one.
naturally, like if I am saying like, oh, I was in football or something, I wouldn't say like, well, what about you? I would say like, you were in football too. What position did you play? What, it's just like trailing on the thought of
Mhm.
what I had just finished versus, I don't know. That's just,
Yeah, I mean, if it was natural, I wouldn't be asking you these questions in a form like that either.
yeah.
So
no,
none of
I
these are
know.
natural.
But
But
I just,
I get it. I just want to answer these fucking questions. That's it.
Okay.
Fuck, dude. Like,
Okay.
I've asked you fucking time and time again. Ah, fuck, man. It's not that fucking hard.
That screen stopping, I think, really set him off.
I have a little bit of a temper, and I've been controlling it because I didn't punch anything. Did I punch something when I walked outside? Yes, I'm a white man, so I punched the wall.
What is up with white boys punching walls? Like, y'all love to punch holes in walls. Like, I don't understand. Do you know how many boyfriends I've had that I've had to cover holes in walls with like paintings and portraits? You can only like cover so many.
I took a breather. We're good.
Well, I guess after this had happened, I actually got up and I was ready to leave. Like, I was ready to go. I started getting emotional. I could feel the tears crying. For some reason, whenever like guys start getting angry or something, I just shut down and I get really emotional. I don't know why. Whenever I hear a man scream in general, I get so emotional. Like, it always like makes me really like scared. I don't know, triggers me, scared. But yeah, at this moment, I was ready to get the hell out of there. And I actually like picked up all my stuff and I would start walking out. And then as I went to go open the door, he was like, if you leave, we are going to have a problem. Sit back down. And I was like, and then there was like a moment where he was like, oh, I think it was like, he was like, oh, are you starting to cry? And I was like, no. So I felt like in that movie where it's like, I'm gonna bust into tears. Oh, well, we're back together.
Why are you so much taller than me?
Well, it's because I ate my vegetables growing up. You
Should I
did
sit on a pillow?
We should get a booster seat for you. Maybe you could sit a little closer.
Your head is so big.
I mean, yours is so small and undeveloped.
There we go.
No! You got closer!
Oh my lord.
No.
Whoop.
Oh, shit. It's because I have a bigger brain. But they say that, like, if you have a bigger brain, you're actually not as smart. Right?
She has a smoother brain, less wrinkles.
Oh.
Let's do this.
okay, I don't like being yelled at because there's this constant thing in my life sometimes where I feel like I'm not enough. And I just like shut down when I hear a guy yelling at me.
I'm already starting to cry.
Oh, I forgot.
So this is hard and this is frustrating, and starting a podcast is really fucking hard. But this is raw and this is real, and I think people should see how it is to start something. It's not easy, and it's not easy working with your friend because it does cause a strain, because you go from being friends, talking every day, knowing everything about each other, to then being business partners and being put into a work environment. And not only that, a work environment where I am the only girl at and everyone else is guys, and everyone talks to each other like, not Joey, but in other cases where, my opinions sometimes I feel like are just kind of pushed to the side.
Yeah. I'm the only girl here.
So we're just a bunch of dudes chilling in a room.
I'm the only girl here. So it's like, a woman in a workspace, she gets a little overlooked. So like they don't listen to her as much,
Hey Parker, how you doing over there?
What? See? They don't listen to me.
But this is raw and this is real, and I think everyone should know what it's like to start a podcast.
It ain't raw, it ain't right.
It's not easy at all. So, yeah. Also, the topic of this week's episode is childhood, and talking about your childhood is not easy. So, yeah. But anyways,
Sure you don't want to take a breather?
no, I'm fine. I think this is great content for people.
Hey, my Botox is working.
Your
really well.
Brotox is working.
Brotox. Excuse you.
So, you grew up in San Diego.
Jesus Christ.
What was your relationship like with your family growing up?
It was good until I got older, and I actually, interesting story is, at the time I wasn't messing around with dudes, but I had a really good friend of mine, and there was a time we were literally in my bedroom just working out, and I decided to stack the weights in front of the door, and my dad happened to come in at that time, and he tried to open the door and it wouldn't open because the weights were stacked there, and he tried to force the door in, and we're working out with our shirts off, and my dad was like, tossed me the keys of the car, and he's like, "We're going for a drive," and I was like, "Okay." And at this time, I was probably like a sophomore, junior in high school, and
Yeah.
we drove silently, and my dad's like, "Park here," and it was in front of a park, and he just stares at me. He like sits in the passenger seat, and he stares at me, and he was like, "You know what, Tone? I don't condone this faggot shit."
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh no, he goes, "I don't condone any faggot shit in my house." And I
Yeah.
was like, and it's crazy because I don't even know if my mom or anyone even knows about the story.
Yeah.
So they're gonna see it now. But at that moment, my family relationship changed. Everything was great. I lived a great childhood. You know what I mean? I was a
Yeah.
spoiled little brat. Blah blah blah. I got whatever I wanted.
Aww.
But at that moment, everything changed. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was very much like, oh shit, like I hadn't even thought about it. It's just
Yeah.
two dudes working out, and I had a badass bedroom with like a gym set and whatever. And
Mhm.
but I was like, oh dang, like I looked at my dad, I was like, what are you talking about? Like, you're tripping, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
dude, shut up. And he's like, no, I don't care, don't respond. He goes, I don't condone any faggot shit in my house. And
Yeah.
from here on out, that door remains open at all times. And I was like,
Wow.
what the fuck are you talking about? But
Yeah.
yeah, my childhood was, like I said, other than that, it was good.
Yeah.
But
Were you like outwardly gay in high school or
no,
did it-
fuck no, fuck no. I had the opposite story of you, actually. I actually was kind of a bully. You know what I mean? I run with the cool kids, and we had one gay kid in school who would wear a backpack that was made out of a big cereal box, and I'll never forget. His name was Robert Renteria, and he's probably gonna. It's forward story. He's coming to the bar after, and he saw me, and he goes, "Wait a minute, Anthony Saldana?" I was like, "Yeah," and he looks at me dead in the face. He goes, "I fucking knew it." He goes, "I knew all along," and I was like, "Fuck, dude," but. We used to throw water bottles at him as he would walk through the quads and just literally try to peg him as hard as possible.
Yeah.
So I was a bully, man, for gays, for there was a
Yeah.
girl, her name was Kelly Snyder, and she used to have a mole on her forehead,
Yeah.
and she had it removed.
I had a
And
mole on my, yeah.
you had it
Okay.
removed?
Uh-huh. They
Yeah.
would call me mole, mole, mole. I can make guacamole
Oh, shit.
from Austin Powers.
It was really traumatic, okay? People were really mean to me, and I had a mole.
I love that we just came back and you're crying, and she was like, "They used to call me Moly Moly Guacamole."
Yeah, no. As I'm crying saying that, how did you not like lose your cool?
And similar situation, she had it removed, and I used to call her Craterhead Kelly, and I would literally just be like, Craterhead Kelly. Fast forward outside of school, I watched the Adam Sandler movie where one of the guys tried to turn around and kill people, and I ended up calling her and apologizing, and she's just like, you know what, you actually kind of changed my life. Like, now I'm an
Yeah.
attorney with a good family and blah blah. But that really did hurt me, type of thing. So
Yeah. I had one really bad bully and he died, so,
He fell off the second floor of the balcony. He was my bully. He fell off the second floor of the balcony and splat,
Sucks to suck.
we're gonna put that on a T-shirt and sell it for merch.
No, literally. His name is Richard. And if his family is watching this,
Fuck that kid.
your son sucked and he died. So
Yeah, Jesus, for the first episode, we're getting deep.
but were you a good student growing up?
Yeah, I was actually a good student. I up until high school, I learned how to work,
You learned how to work it. What does that mean?
and I had a science teacher named Miss Posnikoff that had a crush on me when I was in high school,
Really?
and I hated going to PE, so she would write me notes, so I never had to go to PE, and I missed an entire year of PE, and I stayed in her class. I didn't end up.
Really? Why do
hooking
you
up
like
with
going
her.
to PE?
I just wasn't a big.
Just like
PE
the
person.
shorts and the smells.
I just didn't want to. Yeah, and then we didn't have showers at my high school, so like there was no showering.
You'd be like
so
sticky the rest.
There's
of
no
the
real reason to go to PE. To be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah. Did you have a girlfriend, boyfriend, or anything growing
No,
up?
I always had girlfriends.
Girlfriends.
Yeah.
You never had like a secret love or anything?
No, No, I was a hoe. I would climb into my girlfriend's windows in the middle of the night, like
Yeah.
stalker status.
I had one girlfriend. Her name was Kylie Gray, and she actually got married to a woman.
Oh shit.
So it's funny because when I saw her, I was like, yeah, I guess you've always been a lesbian.
Wait, what about Kathy? I thought you had.
No, Kathy. So Kathy's my best friend, and I just thought she was really pretty and blonde, and she looked like Reese Witherspoon. I was obsessed with Legally Blonde
Mhm.
growing up, and so I messaged her on MySpace,
Speaking of MySpace, what was your MySpace song?
Chiodo's Baby You Wouldn't Last.
and I was just like, hey,
Didn't
you're
she
really
think you
pretty.
had a crush on her or
She
something?
thought I did.
And
She,
then,
we're friends. We love each other. She loves to make it seem like I was obsessed.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to like be friends with her and like probably like steal her clothes or something. and She
Yeah.
wasn't looking.
Didn't you say she had called you gay or something like
Yeah,
that?
so
I
she
remember
sent
that.
this guy named Tate Hearn, who was like this skateboarder guy that I actually had a crush on him. And she said that I was like this freak that was like stalking her. And then he like hit me up on AIM message and he was like,
Oh,
if you
yeah,
talk to
AIM.
Kathy ever again, like I'm gonna beat you up. And then he got hit by a car while skateboarding. So there seems to be this common trend in my life when
People who fuck you over end up dying.
yeah,
Better
or
watch
getting
out.
severely hurt.
I feel like some of those tears were directed toward me.
No, it's just
I would never wish that on you. Guardian angels, don't hurt my Anthony. We still need his credit card.
Oh Lord.
no, it's just when like I don't know what it is when
So for
when
preference,
men yell.
for preference, when we went off camera, I got frustrated because it is really, 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 really hard to do this. And
yeah.
I totally thought it was easy because, I read something on ChatGPT. It was like, oh, if you can make it to 10 episodes, you're in the top 1% of all podcasts. And I remember telling Sean, I was like, yo, we have the best stories. It's going to be the
Yeah.
easiest thing in the world to make. We are months in, and this is our
Yeah.
very first episode, and we have been through it, like
Yeah.
absolutely through it. So off camera, I got really frustrated and I pushed the mic
And I
away
think
and
also
I yelled at her.
yeah.
But
We've also lived very ambiguous lives and lifestyles, and it's like not only are we dissecting very like touchy subjects about us, we're also sharing it to people. So it's like I think that was something that it's taken a while to kind of wrap our heads around and be like, this is being open and out there. But sometimes I think, we could be like an older brother or sister to anyone out there that's watching, to someone that's lost or just wants some entertainment or something. And maybe they can see our story and feel inspired by it.
Don't take our advice. We do not.
Just 10 episodes, Shayan.
We
That's
do
all
not.
need.
We should not be anyone that anyone should look up to. I'd make the worst older sister.
Lord.
I'm crying on the inside, but I don't show emotions that way.
Yeah. So
My dad would
it's-
always say feelings are for fags.
What do you think about that, Logan? Sit down if you think feelings are for fags.
Oh my God.
So are you gay?
We made up, by the way.
Oh, yeah, of course we did.
did. What do we do? We just like
She
watched a
made my credit card
movie.
payment for the month, and we're good.
Yay.
You
Yeah,
know,
we're
money talks,
friends.
bullshit walks.
Yes.